Hi guys, so today I want to talk to you about Cipher reverberation. Now that might sound like a complicated term, but hopefully we're gonna explore it, elucidate it, and simplify it together. As you will see, it's not actually that complicated, but you already know what a cipher is because you followed my recent output, I'm sure. And well, reverberation is something that is a term that you're familiar with, because reverberation is a term that we're all familiar with. If it's easier, we could talk about cipher vibration, right? Events in the world. It can be actually the encounter with subliminal images. It often is, but not necessarily. It can also be someone's speech, a song you hear, a movie you watch, an encounter with someone you know or don't know. So many events can be causes of cipher reverberation, and usually the more an event is apt to cause your ciphers to vibrate, the more interstitial, that is to say, the more akin to an interstice, in other words in my vocabulary, the event itself is. And one of the most clear symptoms, if you like, of the fact that cipher reverberation is going on inside your mind, inside your unconscious, is that you usually feel a surge of energy. You feel energized, and you don't always necessarily understand why. This is because your desire is set in motion. Your fantasies, your fundamental fantasies, and all the clockwork of fantasies that are built around the fundamental fantasies, are kind of, it's like a movie that's you know, instead of it being on pause, you press play and it plays, right? Desire set in motion energizes you. You feel like doing things, you feel like tackling the world, you're less scared of, you have less performance anxiety, that is to say, you know, in more Freudian terms, castration anxiety. You feel up to the task, you feel like things are going to be fine, I'm going to manage this, you want to do things, you feel pleasure, you don't feel anhedonia. So cipher reverberation is something very important. It's like a recalibration of your internal landscape, your internal imaginary landscape, so that it feels sufficiently aligned to push you and propel you to do things in the world. Before I move on, guys, I just want to mention that I have a Patreon page, which is the first link below in the description box. If you want to have a look and consider supporting me, I'd be really, really grateful, because I cannot do this work without you, and I need you more than ever, guys, so I can continue making quality content. It's really not that expensive. It's only a few dollars a month, or a few euros a month, or a year. It's like $40 a month, $40 a year, pardon me, or euros a year. So it's really quite cheap, considering that you get access to a whole library of exclusive video content from me, and also our Discord server, where you can hang out with us on a daily basis. And perhaps most importantly, you help me keep going with this work. So thank you very much for that. So yeah, cipher reverberation is like when something happens and it seems to untie a knot. I think the best image that I could give it is like when you feel like there is a knot that just got untied in your psyche. I'm sure many of you have noticed that this doesn't have to be a gradual process. Sometimes it seems to happen as if by magic, like a massive weight lifted. Now, you think it happens by chance, you think it happens just as a result of the, I don't know, like just the inevitable force of advancing time. No, often, probably always, something has happened to you, something in the external world, either an utterance, a word, whose force is not just the force of a sign, but one of a cipher. It might be a sign for others, but for you it's not just a sign, it's also a cipher. As a cipher, it has a certain melody to it, it has a certain resonance, and it can resonate with your imagination, with your imaginary, to such an extent that it vibrates, recalibrates itself, and it infuses you with this psychic energy that had until then been blocked through a dense network of knots, right? To some extent, this is what all good therapy is about. Now, therapy happens not just through talking, so that's the signs, right? That can have the force of ciphers, and a good therapist will identify over time what are the signs that have cipher value for you, but also in between the words that are spoken, in the silences, in the subliminal images. And this is important for the personality, specifically from the point of view not so much of, well, there's two sides to this. There is interest in it for me as someone that you can consult with to get a typing, because you know that I'm a training psychoanalyst, so you know, people who have consulted with me, I think all of them have been pretty happy with my service. At least this is the feedback I've gotten so far. And you know that you can consult with me if you write on my email, reach out to me by email. There is a firefighter's truck there, so be aware that that might be a bit of noise. But yeah, so I'm not going to tell you do this test so I can tell you how strong your cognitive functions are. I don't think that this yields any significant results. I'm going to be interested in what makes your inner ciphers reverberate. And I'm going to guide the conversation gently along ways that, without you quite maybe noticing, I will try to orient you and me toward that area. And the better acquainted I become with your ciphers, the better acquainted I become with your fantasies. And the better acquainted I become with your fantasies, the better I can become acquainted with what your type is. So that's from the point of view of the typist, the typologist, that is in this case myself. But it's also, this notion of cipher reverberation is also very important from the point of view of, okay, you know what your type is, what is healthy for you, what are the situations that enhance you, that energize you, and the opposite being, what are the situations that actually make you feel empty, tired, reduced. Well, clearly the situations where there is a barrenness for your ciphers are the situations that are not good. They are indeed barren, like deserts. The situations that are fruitful, they actually might be to some degree a little stressful, sometimes a bit uncomfortable, but if they cause this cipher reverberation, they are good because they will promote your growth, and they will promote your expansion, and they will over time make you feel more and more hungry for life, experience satisfaction, pleasure, and love. Okay guys, so let me know in the comments what you thought. Don't forget my 2 books about the INFJ, waiting for the upcoming NI book. My first book on the INFJ is still very, very much worth reading if you want a deep understanding of the INFJ's inner world. That's the Ecstatic Soul, a new look at the INFJ personality. And its sequel, the Infinite Soul, INFJ Life in Modern World, which is all about the INFJ's outer world, how to find meaning, purpose, and value in a world that INFJs often find hostile to begin with. They can find it very productive and beautiful and like a dream, and this book explores this. Thank you very much guys, all the links are below, and talk to you soon.